everyone, welcome to chapter of 6 about email. Email is an electronic mail or electronic post is a means of sending letter through a computer network. With regular mail, the sender generally needs to pay per shipment, but electronic mail generally costs the cost of paying for an internet connection. Email is by far the predominant form of business writing today. Indeed, inestimable billions of emails are sent worldwide each day. Even if we disregard the high percentage of spam that might be filtered out, the number received far eclipses the number of letters sent. Conservative estimates suggest that upward of 75% of our business writing is email. Yet very few companies offer training, let alone specific advice on how to do this. Let's just take a look at your business. How many emails in English do you write in a week at work? Do you treat them all as a professional corporate communications? If you hesitate, the chances are that you do not. This then raises the question, if not, why not? Your readers or customer and your competitor may be ahead of you on this. Also, do you check each time you use email that is the right medium? Would a phone call or face-to-face conversation do the job more effectively? It is apparent that overuse of email creates a great deal of inefficiency in the workplace. There is little doubt that we are also losing many traditional problem-solving skills as a direct result. It is becoming such a pressing business concern that I need to mention it here. When it comes to writing emails in English for global business, other factors need to be addressed as well. Non-native English writers often write over consistently to minimize the risk of making mistakes. Though this can be at the cost of not making complete sense. And if your format message is to be transmitted to handheld device, for example BlackBerry or smartphone, then it can be indesirable when your chosen features such as font, colors, bullet point, italic, underlining, or use of bold have all been lost. As the emails are repeatedly replacing letters, it is essential to maintain standards in this. They are equally important and equally part of your corporate communications. Next is structure your emails. Email is largely viewed as a form of communication that is halfway between conversation and formal business writing. Many people feel this means they can type their ideas in the English word that just occur to them, in no particular order, with no state objective, with no attention to punctuation, grammar, or any other quality contour, with no attention to layout. Yet feedback repeatedly suggests that readers don't like reading solid blocks of text. What's more, if they don't like the look of a piece of writing, they may intuitively feel they are not going to like its content. This feeling can even go so far as to prevent the bothering to read it. When it comes to our personal emails and to the fast-growing world of blogging, we can relax to an extent. These are areas where we can let our writing just capture our thought, more or less exactly in English in which they spill out, or do we still have to observe the constraints of the law, including libel and etc. Readers are more likely to have the time and inclination to read our outpourings, but this approach is definitely best avoided for business email. So, my tips apply even more if you are writing English for a cross-cultural audience. Use an easy to read font Design good layout and enter some caveat return when you type, so that your words are not bunched up and terribly difficult to read. Leave some white space by using paragraph for new topics. People will thank you for it because by and large, people like white space. Structure every email to help readers, especially those who may not be proficient in English. See exactly what your points and where the email is leading. That is, its purpose and who does what and when. If you don't make the purpose, the time frame and call to action clear, the people might not respond. And of course, if your email has no purpose, then you should not write it. Okay, next is deciding how you write in emails. Here are some guidelines to help you structure your email well. Number 1 is corporate communications. Is there a corporate style regarding layout? Do you have a corporate font? Is the font you use easily readable, such as Arial, Tahoma, and Verdana? Is the point size you use large enough? 12 point or above is often recommended. Don't just use lowercase alone. Corporate email should still be in standardized English. Are you using spell check and grammar check, and have you selected the correct variety of English? Number 2 is tone and appropriateness. Probably most reader complaints about email related to poor tone and inappropriate subject matter. Regarding the first point, be aware that you need to introduce the right tone for your target audience in each email, as we have seen earlier. Check whether you are using the right style of English. Is "Hi" is the right opening salutations, or should you use "Hello" or "Dear" followed by the recipient's first name or title and surname? Or is it sufficient simply to use their first name alone? For example, Paulo. Some would find the approach card. Well, I find that most companies I work with do use "Hi" as the default salutations. This is not a one-size-fits-all salutations. When in doubt, using mirroring techniques can be useful in cross-cultural situations. By this I mean that, where feasible, you try replying to readers in a similar way to the way they address you. Always remember that if you are not prepared to say a particular thing face to face, or if you would not be happy for other people to see your email, including people you may not know about, then do not write it. Number 3 is use a good subject heading. Refresh it regularly. Why do people fail to choose meaningful subject heading for their emails? Update on project at and on week 30 is always going to be a better heading than simply Project A. But then what should you do in subsequent emails? Reverse the heading so that your message always reflects the current picture. For example, is it efficient to keep that heading about week 30 when you are actually discussing progress at week 40? Yet ineffective writers do this certain thing time after time. It can be because they are preoccupied with writing the correct English in the main body of text but overlook the fact that subject headings still have to be updated. Number 4 is regularly refresh emails. I have discussed the problems that can arise from multilingual email threads. Let me just reinforce the message now. Try to get into the habit of stopping email threads, maybe after the third message. Start a new email, and if you need to carry information over, just recap the key points. Number 5 is before you send. Reread your email and check that your communication in English is correct on every level. And next is Make sure it does not include previous email threads that may not be appropriate to forward on to the new readers. Then, have you included any attachment? Are they in English too? And if you have copied somebody in, have you explained it why? Is the subject heading good? And is the email easy to read? Font style and size etc. And the last is after sending. Check after the event, a day, 2 day, a week, that you have achieved the outcome you want. Check that the English you have written has worked for your needs. Okay guys, and this is the sample of emails. And here there is the subjects. Thanks for choosing Apple. And greetings. Hi. Here is used greeting. Hi. Hi Steven. And the content is, I want to follow up with you regarding our previous correspondence. Have you been able to get the information that I requested in my last email? I've copied my previous email below for your reference. After you have the information that I've requested, you can reply to this email with the information attached to it. Thanks, Josh, iTunes Store Customer Support. And this is the sample of email, the good one. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and hopefully what we convey can be useful for you. See you.